very easy to pour into right here. No issues at all. In fact, we can go ahead and we can do that, which is nice. Hey everyone, today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the Hupro Ultrasonic Warm and Cool Mist Humidifier. This is the model Pro-773. I did receive this product to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this humidifier, or you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. Here's a look at the retail box and packaging. Everything looks great. We have some key features of this cool and warm mist humidifier to go over. You can learn more about it directly on the product packaging here. This has a 1-year warranty, cool and warm mist, 5.5 liter water reservoir. So this is a bottom filling design that is high capacity and easy to fill and clean. We have our relative humidity controls, built-in sensor with 3 speed levels. We also have an included remote control, and this has an LED screen with a touch panel and a digital humidity display built right in, as you can see there. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the contents. Here are all the contents. First up, we have our product literature featuring a thank you card and warranty information, followed by the user guide and manual that walks you through everything you need to know about your new humidifier, from safety information, as you can see here, to a breakdown of all the parts and components. Instructions for use continues on multiple pages. Adding essential oils to the tray, as well as remote control settings, how to replace the battery in the remote control, water filter information, and how to properly care for the device. Tech specs and troubleshooting information available as well, with their customer service and contact information. Next, we have a nice magnet reminding us of our 1-year warranty. We have a brush and cleaning tool right here. Our included remote control. The battery is already installed. There it is from the back side. And lastly, we have the humidifier itself. Let's go ahead, let's look at that in more detail. Here's a look at the unit from the top. At the top, we have a removable top cover right there. We can easily just press that back in place. We can also easily lift up the reservoir tank to refill as needed from the bottom right here. It's very easy to do. Just twist this loose, fill it up with distilled water. You will need to use distilled water with this humidifier. And then just go ahead and tighten everything back in place. This is a 5.5 liter reservoir, or 1.45 gallons. Again, with the design, you don't have to do anything else. Just fill it with water, set it back in the base, and you're all set and ready to go. You do not need to add any water to the base or anything like that. You're looking at the base with the reservoir removed. You may notice we have our aroma box right here for essential oils. Just apply 2 to 3 drops as needed right there if you want to take advantage of having that built-in diffuser for essential oils. And then just go ahead, you can slide it right back on, and we have everything installed and ready to go. Now we're looking at it from the side profile right here. Here's the other side. They're identical to each other. Here's the very bottom of the unit. Look at this nice power cord integration, so we can have it flush wherever we want without the cord getting in the way. And you may notice it from the back side. Again, we have our reservoir tank right here, and it's slightly see-through, so you should have a nice visual indicator to know when you need to refill your water. And now let's turn it over to the front side, where you notice their logo and branding right here. And we have our built-in display. Now let's go over the controls and settings. The remote control consists of 8 buttons. On the left-hand side, we have 4, and on the right-hand side, we have our remaining 4. So on the left-hand side, up at the top, we have our auto mode button right here, followed by our warm mist button. We can activate that by pressing that button. Then we have our humidity settings. We can select between 40 and 80% for our humidity level. Lastly, on the left-hand side, our bottom button is our ionization button. On the right-hand side, we have our power button to turn the unit on or off, followed by our timer. We can set a timer between 1 and 10 hours. Then we have our min and max button right here, our plus and minus. So we can adjust the output from 1 all the way up to 3. And lastly, we have our sleep mode button, so we can press that button to enter into sleep mode, so it runs ultra quiet, dims the display, and is not going to be a distraction for you during your sleep. Now let's go ahead, let's add our water, power it up, and go over the remaining settings with the display. Again, friendly reminder to use distilled water with this unit. So we have some distilled water right here. Let's go ahead, let's fill it up. Very easy to pour into right here. No issues at all. In fact, we can go ahead, we can do that, which is nice. And I'd say, you know, that filled it up a little bit around half of the way, but we had about half of a gallon, which you would expect, because again, this has a 5.5 liter tank, or 1.45 gallons. So we filled up with water. We have gone ahead now, we have tightened the cap. Now let's place it on the unit, as you see right here. So we just placed the reservoir on the unit. Now let's go ahead, plug it in, and power it on. So we have the unit plugged in. Let's power it on right now with our touch button right there. You may notice we have the exact same icons that are found on the remote control with the exact same settings. This unit is very quiet. Just listen for yourself right here. Very, very quiet. Really happy with that. So first up, we have our ionization button. We can turn that on or off, and if you can see on camera, we do have a little icon illuminated letting us know that we have that mode activated. Next, we have our sleep button right there. So again, that's going to turn off the display for you. Then we can turn it back on. Then we have our timer. Again, we have 10 hours we can set this for with our built-in timer, or we can turn it off. Auto mode. If you wanted to automatically read the room and set the humidity level for you, you can do auto. We can turn that off. And then we have, again, our volume adjustment right here. 1, 2, or 3 bars maximum. Again, very, very quiet. Doesn't matter if you're on 1 or 3. And then let's keep moving over. We have our humidity right here. If we want to adjust this ourselves, again, anywhere between 40 to 80, and it goes up by 5% increments. And then lastly, we have our warm mist option right here. So now we have that enabled. We have a little red icon there, and we'll have warm mist coming out of the unit to saturate the room. Again, I can't stress enough how quiet this unit is. Let's go ahead, let's listen in again for a couple of seconds. And I'll turn it down again so you can see now we're on 1. No noticeable difference in regards to any additional noise between those 3 settings. If you're wondering about this particular unit, it's good for a room up to around 500 square feet. So if you want to cover a bedroom, an office, family room, kitchen, whatever it may be, up to about 500 square feet, you'll get coverage in that space with this unit. So the unit's been running now for a couple of minutes, and I wanted to see how warm the mist actually gets. Honestly, it is an improvement over your traditional humidifier, but warm is still a stretch. It's definitely warmer, but don't expect this to be like hot steam or anything along those lines. I'd love to see that turned up a couple degrees in the future if that's possible, to make it more of like a really hot, warm steam if possible. But it is warmer than a traditional humidifier in the sense of having that cool, chilled air coming out. This is definitely warmer than room temperature. So this Hupro humidifier has a lot of great features, all bundled into one small, compact, and quiet unit. We have a diffusing option if you want to add your favorite essential oils. We have the humidifier settings, as well as the addition of having warmer humidity released through the air. Don't forget about air purification as well. This has ionization if you want to activate that feature. This covers up to 500 square feet, runs quiet, also has a sleep mode as well with a simple, easy to use refill design. There's not much more you can ask for out of a humidifier.